going, everybody? Thanks for stepping back into the kitchen. You got your boy Chris here, and on today's episode, we're gonna make a beautiful Pernil sandwich. So what is that? Basically, it's the leftover meat from the Pernil that we roasted. All right. So this sandwich delivers a punch to your taste buds like never before. If you've never had it, just like if you've never had that Pernil before and you tasted it for the first time, the flavors, and now we're gonna take those flavors and we're gonna combine them with some other flavors onto a sandwich. So hold on tight, here we go. Let's get into it. All right, so now we have our pan here. Got a little spatula thing. And we're gonna start building a garlic butter sauce to put onto the bread. So we're gonna start making that. So we're gonna need just a little bit of butter. I got my pan on probably a medium right now. So we're gonna let that butter start doing its thing and start working down. So let's let that do what it's gotta do here. And then while that's doing that, the next thing we're gonna do, we have some fresh garlic that I pretty much chopped down and smashed down, and we're gonna put that into it. So fresh garlic going in, and then we're gonna add some other seasonings in here as well along with that. So we got those going. So let's go ahead and get this worked in here just a little bit. Get that butter and that garlic going together. This is going to make for a great combination. So our next step is to go ahead and start putting some seasonings in here with it. So I just took a bunch of little seasonings. I got some adobo, I got some garlic powder, onion powder, some black pepper, just to give it a little bit of some seasoning. Okay, so there we have that. And I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit in there with that. Not a lot, just a little bit. And then another thing that we're going to put in here is a little bit of parsley flake, okay? Just a little bit. We don't need a lot, just a little. Just for a little greenery as well. So we're going to let this thing do its thing and continue to cook down. We're just going to incorporate it and work it all together here and let it cook down. And then this mixture will go on to our bread. Man, it's already smelling fire. Like it smells so good right now. So let's let this thing cook down and do its thing. All right, now that we have that combined and it's good to go, we're gonna move this off of the heat. We're gonna set it to the side and we're gonna bring over our Pernil and we're gonna start working with that. All right, fam, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna get ready for our Pernil. So just drizzle just a little bit of oil in there, okay? I got some olive oil here that I have, so I just put a little bit of that in there and let's just work it around for a minute. Now, I already have my pan heating up a little bit, so now we're just gonna take that and drop it in here and let it do its thing. And also, fam, with that, you know, when you put it up at night, you know, that liquid that you have in there with it and stuff like that, what's going to happen is that's going to solidify and turn to like a gel. So that's like a little flavor package for you as well, if you want to look at it that way. So we're going to cook this down right here real quick. We're going to let this thing come down, warm up. And another thing I'm going to do with this is optional. You can do it if you want to. I am going to put just that little mixture that we had of just the adobo and garlic powder and onion powder. I'm just going to sprinkle a little of that back in there. And also what I'm going to do is take just a little bit of onion and throw in here with it as well. Just a little bit. And we're going to let that onion cook down in there with it. Lost a few onions there, but that's okay. So we're going to let that cook down. We'll mix this all together and let it do its thing. Man, the combination here, man, I just love it. I just love it. And I promise you, you will love this sandwich and how it will come out. All right, fam, so I'll let that cook down for a minute. Also, as you can see, I got some red bell pepper and some green bell pepper in there. I forgot I had them. You don't have to put that in there. It's optional. I just wanted to give it some more flavor and a little bit more color. You don't have to do any of that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove this from the heat, set it to the side, and we're going to bring our bread over and get our garlic butter paste put onto the bread. All right, so we got our bread cut open, and our next step is to take our paste here that we made, our sauce, I should say, and what we're going to do, we're going to spread it out here on this bread. So we're going to evenly spread it out onto the bread. You're going to do that on both sides. So our next step is to take our pernil and put it onto one side. Just layer it on there. Man, it smells so good. Okay, so now we have that on there. Then we have to go ahead and I have to put the cheese on there. We're going to put some cheese on there. And then also I've been having my oven preheated to 300 degrees so that way we can melt the cheese on there and let this bread get some crispiness on it. Let's put our cheese on there. I have some Swiss cheese that I'm putting on there. You can put whatever kind you want, but I'm just happening to put Swiss cheese on mine. And so then what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and send this off into the oven for just a few minutes to let that cheese melt. And then we'll start assembling with the rest of the sandwich. All right, so we took it out of the oven. We have that. Now let's build the rest of this sandwich and put the final touches. So a little bit of mayonnaise on there. Let's get some more in there. A little bit of mayonnaise. Put as little or a lot as your preference. So for me, that's good to go. Next step after that, let's move that out the way. Let's get some lettuce. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of lettuce. Hey, if you like lettuce, put it on there. If you don't, then don't. But this is the way to do it though. Put a little bit of that on there, all right? A little bit of greenery. Our next step is to go ahead and come in there with a little bit of tomato. So let's put a tomato. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. And then after the tomato, we're going to come in here with some pickles. Telling you, this sandwich is nothing but Flavor Town right here. All right. And our last step in the whole process is a little bit of ketchup. All right, if it comes out of there, just a little bit of ketchup, one more time. And then we put the top on that thing. There's only one thing to do left. What's that? Cut it. Now, you can cut it as big or as small as you want. You can pair this with potato chips or whatever kind of side you're used to eating it with. But for me, I'll pair it with some potato chips. Look at the inside of that. You can't beat that. Only one other thing to do, and that's to give it a taste test. Let's get it on a plate. All right, fam, and that is how you make a pernil sandwich. So, we walked through the steps, we walked through the process. Now, the only other thing is to give it a taste. It's just like a flavor bomb, fam. So you already know that your pernil is good, seasoned. Then to incorporate all these flavors, the ketchup, the mayo, the pickles, the bell pepper, the onion, the little bit of garlic butter sauce on a toasted piece of bun. Phenomenal. Also, something I didn't show, you can press this down on the pan. You can press it if you wanted to, but I did not do that. I actually just went ahead and toasted mine. So again, fam, thank you for joining me in the kitchen today. As always, if you haven't, like and subscribe. For all my people that keep coming back, thank you very much. Your support is appreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you very much. Also, the biggest thing, always remember, hug your loved ones, tell them you love them. Until next time, peace.